Hey! I really kind of want to sit down for this, but we're going to do it quickly. All right. Are you ready to rumble? Hey, Carol. Hello. Hello, my friend Gina. Gina, how are you? Are you good? Does anyone want to come talk to me on the panel? I'm so lonely, Mr. Lonely. Have nobody to call my own. Sorry, I couldn't help it. All right, I'll wait a few minutes to start. Girl, you'll get some deals. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing, baby. Don't you worry about a thing. I don't know what all these stones are called, by the way, so I certainly don't know what all they do. And, yeah. Well, I can start with the bigger items first, and then we can do a recap at the end. How's that sound? So I showed these earlier, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this because my lighting's not great, but I think this might be fine. This is $40. It is a green fluorite stone bowl. That's $40. And the other fluorite bowl I have is also 40. Surprise! Hey, Lana. So I got this one as well. We'll just start with some bigger things. That one's 42. I do have 3 more fluorite bowls coming that I can remember, 2 star shape and a moon one. What are your colors? These are my Girl Scout cookies. And then the other bowl that I got is this one, and he is 22. I gotta mark things as we go here. I know it makes it take a little bit longer, but it helps me in the future, especially if people pass on stuff. Come on, man. There we go. So the third and final bowl that I picked up out of this round is this guy. I'm not exactly sure what he's made of, but he is 22. Blue. My colors are blue. Ooh. Well, you're gonna love one of the fluorite bowls I've got coming then. So this is a moon-shaped bowl. This one's 22. So I'm just showing you guys everything that I got today, and I'm giving you a price as I show. And then if you want anything, you just comment down below for me. It's that easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've got 3 lab spheres. This one is 30, and it's the smallest. It looks like we got a lot of blue, green, orange flash. This is the lighter lab instead of the darker lab. And it fairly has quite a bit of flash. The whole thing is not flash, but it does have some nice spots of it. So we got a spot right there. And I know there's more. Hey, Patty! I do not know the names of all the stones that I got today. I did get some different ones. So this one is 30. And we've got some more flash right around there. So that one's 30. And then a size up, we got 36. I almost wonder if this is going to make it easier or harder. So this one's 36. Got nice blue flash in there. I know there's more spots in here because I saw them. Oh my goodness. I know there's more spots. There's a little one. Got some light flashes of purple and blue in here, and then a couple little spots of orange. It's really hard to show you. I'm doing my best though. And it does have some little, a lot of the little sparkly bits too. To like catch the light perfectly. Oh my god! Anyways, that one's 36. It's gonna drive me nuts. And then the big one I have is 50. And he's really big. You got that spot there. And then I'm gonna try to look for it. I showed you that one. And then it's got this really big one here. Nice like pink purple flash, which is the rarest of the flash to get. And this one's, it's just really massive. So we got that big part. Trying to make sure I'm not missing any other flashy spots. I'm sure I am. So it looks like those are going to be the two main spots. That big one, and then this one up here. So this one's 50, and it's really big. He's 50. And I can measure him across. Is that what I do? He's 3 inches across and 9 1/4 around, 9 1/2, 9 1/2 around. 9 1/2. He's 9 1/2 inches around. I cannot enclose him like in my fist. He's a big guy. So big Papa is 50. Haha, they look really cute like that. Hey everybody! Alright, so those are the big guys. Got the big honkers out of the way. The next big honker I have is this Mexican agate. And it is $32. It is a chunky point. It's a nice thick tower. So that's this guy. I absolutely love him. I think he is gorgeous. Love him. He's 32. We're basically just doing the bigger stuff first, and then we'll get into the smaller things. A lot of the towers I have today are 10 and 12 bucks. You know, apart from like a couple that are a little bit more than that, but for the most part, they're pretty good. I got some honey calcite chunks. I don't know if anybody's into honey calcite, but I got these guys here. And okay, so these are going to be $12 a piece, and I'm gonna number them. This is going to be number 1, and these are honey calcite chunks. This is the darkest of the smaller ones that I have. This is number 1. I love honey calcite. That's number 1. Number 2. I'm trying to like stay on my rug so I don't kill my feet. It's like a gold matrix. Freaking love these guys. So as comparison to my hand there, that was number 2. And then this one is number 3. Again, these are all $12. Nice, beautiful, chunky honey calcite. Love those. There we go. I don't know what you use them for. And then this one is $16. It is bigger. Got some rainbows up there. So that was 16. And then the biggest one I have is also the darkest one, and it is 22. Here's that guy. So this is the biggest and the darkest one. There's a nice rainbow right there. Oh, I just love this. I love this stuff a lot. So if anyone wants some honey calcite, let me know. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I personally love the darker ones better. I love that big dark one, for sure. Excuse me, so that's the honey calcite. And then I've got 2 garden quartz towers here. They are chunky babies. And these guys are hiding from me. So we're going to do 25 and 35. Ooh, that rainbow. Hang on here. I don't know why they decided not to give that guy a flat bottom. I'll never understand. So this one is 25, and these is a garden quartz tower. It's very chunky. It's a beautiful rainbow right there. That's that one. Bottom point. And then the other one is 35. It does not have a flat bottom, but it stands pretty good. I don't know why they didn't finish polishing it. And there's the size of this one. Thank you, Lucid. And this one is 35. Hey, Joyce. And that's this guy. He's pretty chunky. So those are all the big things. Now, I just have to separate the things I got here. So we got Sunstone, Golden Sunstone, Fire Quartz, Fire Quartz. These are all Fire Quartz. So we'll put the Fire Quartz together. Those are stripes. And then those are the little chunky appetites. I'm not sure what those guys are. And then we're going to put all the amethysts together. And then we got 2 rose quartz, whatever those guys are. Dark fluorite, bright fluorite, crazy lace. Okay. All right, we're gonna go on down the list for the stones. I just spit everywhere. Okay, so we're passing on the honey calcite, the lab spheres, the bowls, and the Mexican agate, right? Most of these little spheres, or most of these little towers are actually $10. They're between, they're around 10 and $12. I'm doing the best price point I can for these guys. I'm gonna get these lab spheres out of the way. So, I know what I'm doing here. Get these garden quartz out of here. Oh, they're so pretty. And the big Mexican agate. Two towers above everyone else. All right, we're gonna do the pink Adventurine points first. I believe that's what those are. These are $12 each. $12 each, and they are a substantial size. These are pink Adventurine. Here's their size. This is number 1. And it is a nice substantial size, especially for 12. So that's number 1. Number 2. And number 3. I think 3 is my favorite. That's this guy here. Do you guys want to bid on them, or do you want them to be a buy it now? I'm gonna leave it up to you. I personally don't care. You guys can decide in the chat and then let me know, okay? And then I'll let you guys pick. So say yes if you want to be able to bid. Say no if you just want it to be a buy it now. You want to do it buy it now? Okay, Patty. So in that case, I've got Gina in first. So Gina, you get a pick first. Let me know if you want 1, 2, or 3, and then Quintia will get a pick, and then Patty will get last pick, as long as you're okay with that. Let me know what you guys would want, and thank you very much. I'm drinking Sierra Mist. All right, Gina's gonna take number 1. Quintia, would you like 2 or 3? I just wrote your full name on here. Gina Fassé. That's funny. I'll keep those in order until you guys tell me what's up. I'm gonna get these beautiful bowls out of here. Stack right there. Quintia's gonna take number 3. You got it, Patty. That leaves you with number 2. Tell me yes if you still want it, and if you want to see it again, I can show you it again. That leaves you with beautiful number 2. All right, you got it. Now tell me yes or no if I should order more of these towers. If I should get more pink Adventurine, just tell me yes or no, and then I will write yes or no on my sheet here, and then that'll tell me if I should get more or not. All right, now we're gonna do the African stripe points, which I'm gonna assume are these 2 little guys here. All right, so I think these are the African stripe points. I have 2 of them. These guys are $10. Thank you guys. So I'll show you these. These ones are smaller. These are Africa stripe. They are $10. Number 1. And they are almost like a bricky color. So that's number 1. And then here is number 2. Let me know if anyone's into those guys. Oh my goodness. And while you're doing that, I'll get the fire quartz ready. Fire quartz. Fire quartz is a fun word to say. Okay, I think those guys are going to be a pass. Next are the fire quartz towers. These ones are $12 each again. Go on in with number 1. Oh no, Jules. So that's number 1 here for the fire quartz. Number 2. This one's like has lots of striations in it. There we go. So that's number 2 for the fire quartz. They are 12. Gina, just let me know if you want 1 or 2 for the African stripe. And then let me know if that 12 is for the fire quartz or if that was meant to be a 10 for the African stripe. This is the 3rd one for the fire quartz. Oh my goodness. Hi. Here it is. All right, Gina, I can do that. Thank you. All right, Patty, I think you're the only one in for the fire quartz. Let me know if you want 1, 2, or 3. The first one is the biggest and the chunkiest, if you're wondering. And I think Gina would like this one. Hey, Pat. So while Patty is telling me about that, I'll get the crazy lace agate ready. Number 1, you got it, Patty. Does anybody else want to fire? What happened? Where'd that go? Hello? Oh, it just vanished. Does anyone else want to fire quartz tower? I got number 1 for Patty. 50 of the boys. And I'll put 2 and 3 aside in case someone else wants it. All right. This is called, they call it crazy lace agate. So that's what we're gonna go with. It looks kind of like a mix of like crazy lace agate and maybe something else. These are $15. Here is number 1. Pretty good size. Again, they are 15. Here's number 1. And number 2 is this guy. He's darker, more like reddish orange. And these ones are 15. Anyone into the crazy lace? Crazy lace. I think we passed on the other 2 fire quartz and the African stripe, so I'll throw that back. I got Michelle in for 1. All right, Michelle, you want 1 or 2? 1 or 2. So the other thing that this could be is it could be like a yellow or red lace agate, but that's pretty rare and it's hard to like really determine if that's what it is, or at least it's not something that people sell a lot. So I'm just gonna, they told me it was crazy lace and that's just what we're gonna go with. Michelle, you want 1 or 2, boo? 1 or 2. I find blue lace agate more in jewelry. Getting it in like bigger pieces, it's just a little bit more. And Gina has some that look similar, and she thinks it's ocean jasper. Mexican crazy lace. See, that's what I wanted to say, but I don't know if that's what it is. Michelle. All right, so we're gonna call it Mexican crazy lace jasper. Jinx. Number 1, number 2. Number 2 is just so bright. I really, really vibe with that one. 1, 2. Let me know which one you want, girlfriend. Okay, and then we're doing the golden sunstone, which is the orange. I love these. Oh, they make me happy. They're so beautiful. Ooh. Ooh, Gina. All right, I'm gonna do the golden sunstone and the regular sunstone at the same time. Oh, yeah, that'll be okay. Michelle, I need to know which one you want, honey. I have to be crazy. Gina, tell Michelle to pick which one she wants. So if you guys really like golden sunstone, I don't know if you're going to. I particularly do. I'll definitely pick up more of it. It is a more expensive material though. Okay, Michelle wants number 2. You got it. If anyone wants the first one for 15, let me know. I'm going to put that to the side. Next, I'm going to show you the golden sunstone is going to be 1 and 2. And the regular sunstone is going to be 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3 are all $12, and the 4th one is $15. Quintia, do you want the other one? Got you, girl. I'll have you confirm for me. So here is number 1. This is golden sunstone. And it's very like orange dreamsicle-y. I love this material a lot. It is very bright. Thank you, Quintia. I got you down, girl. These are smaller towers. And it has these like flecks in it. Oh, I love it. So that's going to be number 1. And then I've got number 2, which is the only other golden sunstone point that I have. And this one has less orange, but more flashy bits. So this is number 2. I'm trying to show you the flashy bits. Apparently I can't. So that's number 2. And let me show you the size. They're a bit smaller, so that was number 2. And then here was number 1. Number 3 is regular Sunstone. And this one's also $12. My camera won't stay focused. It's driving me nuts. That's number 3. And then number 4 is also regular Sunstone, but it is 15 and it is bigger. So basically whoever comes in at 15 first gets this guy. And he is chunky. And he's got some beautiful flash if I can capture it. Gosh, I love these guys. I definitely want to get more. Okay. So Pat's going to take number 1. Thank you. Put that to the side. And then Patty, you get second pick. Do you want the other golden sunstone? Do you want one of the regular sunstones? Just let me know. He has a paw print. There's a paw print. Where? Oh man, the glitter on this guy is crazy on that big one. I don't think it's showing you. It's generally making me upset. Okay, you need to see the glitter in this. It's driving me nuts. It like has gold reflective spots in it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was number 4. And then this is number 3, and this is the regular sunstone. I just wanted you to see the gold flecks. It like wasn't doing it justice over here. Okay. Thank you, Patty. You want number 2? Does anyone want 3 or 4? The regular sunstone. Stick. Okay. Yeah, it was very orange. Yeah, 4 has the paw. 4 is the biggest one. That one's 15. And that one's got the most like sparkly, like reflective stuff too. All right, next we're doing the appetite. 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 All right, these guys are $10 each. Is that right? No. That one's 10. Then these 2 are 12. Okay. Oh, my sticker. Okay, I try again. I try again. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get some more of those because they're my favorite. I definitely need one in my collection. They're amazing. I didn't even know something like that existed. All right, these are Apatite. Blue Apatite. Number 1 is $10 and the other 2 are both $12. Number 1 is the smallest. Blue Apatite. There's only one of these. So it looks like Michelle L is getting this guy. So Michelle L is getting that one. And then I'll show 2 and 3, which are $12. So we've got 2. And 3, which is the chunky one, which is also 12 and a little bit deeper. Hey, Dawn. So we got Quintia in at 12 first. And Dawn in first, second pick. All right, Quintia, you want 1 or 2? So Michelle has got the little baby. Perfect. Oops. And then if anyone wants like a huge apatite, I have a big thick apatite tower that's 60. I don't know if that's something that interests you guys. Just let me know. What is the blue sky point supposed to be? I think it's that one. It kind of looks like Tai Chi but blue. All right, Quincy is gonna take number 1. So Dawn, you're gonna get number number 1 is gonna be number 2. So Dawn, are you okay with the last one? Let me know, girlfriend. That's gonna be this chunky baby here. Okay, that's to the side. As a reminder, I still have these 2 regular sunstones, 12 and 15. If anyone does want to snatch up one of those guys. Hey, Sandy. Thank you, Dawn. Put those to the side. All right, now we're going to do the blue sky point. And that 1 for 12. Oh my gosh, come here. So 1 for 12. And one for 16. Okay. So I'm going to show you what they look like. One is 12 and one is 16. 12 and 16. Scanning jokes to each other. And they just put blue sky point, so I don't know what these are actually called. Here is the $12 one. They do kind of look like the sky. It's quite interesting. And then this one is quite a bit bigger, and this one's 16. I think this one's my favorite. Good night, Carol. Okay. So we've got $10 fluorite, $10 amethyst, and then a couple more $12 ones, it looks like, in here. All right. Good night, Carol. All right, I think we're going to pass on the blue sky, it looks like. I didn't see anyone come in for 12 or 15. Pop those down. All right, next we're going to do these fluorite are $10 each. And these are like deep sea green and like deep sea blue. is kind of what they remind me of. These are $10. They are absolutely stunning. There was 4 of them, but I kept one because it's so freaking phenomenal that I just couldn't, I can't sell it. Like, I just literally can't, which is, I don't usually keep stuff that I bring in. Everything I bring in has a purpose, and that purpose is for it to eventually leave and for me to sell it. So trust me when I say that thing was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. And these have some of the same elements. It's just phenomenal. All right. So these are $10, like I said. Hey, Cha-Cha. Oh, I'm doing a stone unboxing and pre-sale. So I basically set it up like it's basically a sale. So this is number 1. These are $10. Oh, it's like the ocean in a tower. It's freaking amazing. Give me a size reference there. That's number 1. And then we've got number 2. It's like waves crashing. Oh, these are so cool. I just can't. I'm doing my best to show you the color here. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is the baby. Bringing up the rear here. There we go. Some of that color in there. They're so pretty. Oh my goodness. So that one's number 3. Number 2 again. It's hard to show their color. Like this one's very dark green. Like it's deep sea green. And this one has, it literally has like a purple tip. And then the rest of it is like super green. And then number 1 is like hella green. Oh, I think number 1's my favorite. Okay, who came in at 10 first? So Michelle L, you get first pick, Gina gets second pick, and Pat, you get third pick. All right. Sorry, Dawn, we decided when we started that we weren't going to bid. I am for sure going to get more of those, though. If I can get more of those, I'm definitely going to get some in. So don't you worry about that. Dark Fluorite. It's mostly green, though. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. So Michelle, you get to pick first, 1, 2, or 3. Gina gets second pick, and then Pat gets the third one if she wants it still. Ew. What in my nose? And while you guys are deciding on that, I'm gonna get the $10 amethyst towers ready. Ooh, these are some real chunky babies. She gave me the shortest fatties that she had. Big appreciation. I gotta say, I understand Patty's obsession. It's very pretty. Oh, the tower I showed before this one. This one? But not this one. This one's the 15. The 12. This one, the blue sky. This is the 12. So just tell me yes for 12 on this one there. The amethyst ready. All right, Dawn, you got it. I know. Michelle, are you still here? You gotta pick one, love. You came in first. Which means you get to pick first, so don't fall asleep on me. These $10 amethyst going. Good night, Jules. One. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Gina, which one do you want? Michelle took number 1. I might have just not seen it, okay? Sometimes with StreamYard on my phone, I don't see everyone's comments. It's quite annoying. I'll have you know. And Gina wants number 2. Michelle said no. Oh, she said I commented. Oh, you don't want number 1. Okay, hang on. Michelle. No, I didn't see you pick a number. Oh, you asked to see them. Oh, okay. Hang on, Gina. Number 1. Thank you, Dawn. We're not in the best lighting anymore. So that was number 1. Hang on. Sorry, Pat. Number 2. And number 3, which has the purple tip. I actually wonder if that's a straight one. No, I think that's supposed to be there because these are all very clearly striped. All right. So that was 1, 2, and 3. I need to write down Dawn on this one. We passed the Sunstone. We only got 4 more, guys. 4 more. We're almost done. Michelle, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. She wants it, she wants it, she really, really, really wants, doesn't know. Yeah, number 1 is my favorite. I should I want to show you the one that I kept, but I also don't because I don't want you guys to be like, oh my god. All right, Michelle, tell me, you want 1, 2, or 3? Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartbreak. No, it's not Caribbean calcite. I actually don't know what it is, but I do have see, I don't think this is Caribbean calcite. I've got these 2 blue ones, and it's very similar to Caribbean calcite, but I think it's the other one that it gets confused with. Just give me 1 since Gina wants 2. Okay, so Pat, does that mean you're out for the 3rd one? Okay, thank you, Pat. If anyone wants the little purple tip stripe guy, he's only $10. Let me know. All right, well, you guys figure out who's getting 1 and who's getting 2. Oh, that's appetite. There we go. That was number 2. Whoa! Quintia, your appetite's running away. Damn. They did not want to be over here. All right, these are amethyst. They are $10. They are mostly chunky. So these are all amethyst towers. This is number 1. Now we got number 2. Number 3. Nice chunky $10 amethyst towers. Number 4. All right. Thank you guys. I got you down. That's number 4. And then number 5. And these are all $10. No worries. So I've got one more of those dark fluorite left for 10 if anyone wants it. It does have a purple tip and then a dark green base. If you want them, tell me you want them. Does anybody want amethyst? $10 beautiful little chunky amethyst towers. Tell me. Tell me I'm nothing but a good time. Okay, I already showed that guy. Showed that and showed that. Now we're gonna do those guys. So I'm looking for a 10 on the amethyst. Are we passing the amethyst? If we're passing amethyst, throw down pass amethyst for me, pretty please. Whoop. All right. I'm gonna put those right there. They're still in order in case anyone does want any. These are just under literally blue point, so they look like Caribbean calcite, but they also look like oh, there's that other thing. I had both of them. I had Caribbean Amazonite. They also kind of look like Amazonite. They look more like Caribbean calcite than they do Amazonite, but these are $12. This is number 1. Just a nice bright blue. And that is number 1. And number 2. And that's number 2. Those guys are $12. Let me know if you're into those babies. Anyone into those guys? Just a couple left, guys. We got rose quartz and the striped fluorite. Okay. All right, looks like we're going to pass those guys. These are rose quartz. I have this $12 one. And this one is bigger and it is 15. So throw in 12 or 15 for one of the rose quartz guys. And we're gonna do these guys. I have a really big Caribbean calcite. He is 50, I think. And then I just have those 2 little ones that I just showed you. I'm fairly certain they're Caribbean calcite. I just can't be I'm not 100% certain. Not 100% certain. Words today. Oops. Oh, did I catch it? Nope, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. All right, looks like we're going to be passing the rose quartz. Alright, we're on to the last one, which is striped fluorite, or layered fluorite is what it's called. And these are all $10. Alright. Is there any browns in them? Let me look. Sandy, what'd you say oh well for? I cannot see everything apparently. Lucid said Joanne Libido. And then she said which one? And then she said rose quartz. Do you want to see those ones again? This one's 12. This one's 15. It is the Stone of Love, if you wanted to know that. And then, does this one have any brown? This $12 one has a little bit of brown. Here we go. So this one does have a little bit of brown, and it's 12. I just kind of compare everything to my hand. Yeah, I'm not ignoring anyone. This one's about 2.5 inches tall, and some are taller and some, aren't as tall. I'll go get the big one, Michelle, but I think you've seen that one. I don't know if it has any brown in it. Let me go hunt over here for it. Why is YouTube deleting all these comments, man? I can't see anything. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, this one's got quite a bit. Beautiful. Making my way downtown. Uh-oh, what did I drop? Oh, it's not important. So I got this really big one. He is 50 though. So this guy is huge. He is 50. He's a honker. Compared to the size of this one. 12, 50. So they do make them pretty large. And this one's got quite a bit of brown in it. But like I said, it is 50. So it's a bit more of an investment, and you can't carry it in your pocket if that's what you want to do. I know you like being able to have them on you. This guy's a little bit too big to do that, but this is the Caribbean Calcite that I have. That is 100% Caribbean Calcite, and it's 50. And if you were looking for a really big apatite tower, I have this one for 60. In comparison, Michelle, this is the little $10 one you got right here. And Dawn, this is the one that you got compared to it. Be careful, you hold longer. And so this is the big apatite that is 60. Alright, so those are the big babies here. Alright, what else did I miss in here? You do see Girl Scout cookies. Alright. Joanne, let me know if you wanted any of the rose quartz. I don't pick up a ton of rose quartz, but I do have these two guys right now, 12 and 15. Just let me know. Move those chunky sunstones out of the way. And I do not. I only had 2 of those. The only thing that I have that's kind of like a lace agate is just this Mexican agate, and it is a bigger stone, and this one's 32. But it's not the bright colors like the other ones. I will try to get some more though, because that's pretty. I've got that on my list. I've got the Mexican lace agate and the golden sunstone on my list, because those are absolutely gorgeous. They're phenomenal. All right. So last thing, these are $10 and they are the layered or striped rainbow fluorite. They're all roughly this size, which is about 2¼ inches. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Oop, let me just drop it. There we go. Anybody in for $10 for that? And that is all the new stones I got today. This box in particular consisted mostly of short little chubby towers, and then we had the honey calcites, the lab spheres, and then the fluorite bowls, and whatever this is. This bowl as well. And then the fluorite bowls were 40. Got this one, which is green. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one, which is blue and purple. Or green and purple. And I do have a really pretty blue star one that's coming. So we got that guy as well. And then if you want a really big sphere, I've got this one for 50. And it is Labradorite. And that back's got a good flash right there. Oh, it could be glow in the dark jade. I think it is. I think you're right. I think this is glow in the dark jade. I think you're right. I think it's a moon. All right. Honey calcite. Honey calcite is so pretty. What do you do with the bowls? Good question. Depends on what it's made of and how deep it is. I do have some agate bowls. They're a couple inches deep, so you could actually eat or drink out of them. A lot of people like to put like water in it, or like holy water, things like that. Especially with the circular ones that I have. A lot of people will also use the circular like agate bowls that I have to grind up things, like to grind up like their spices or things like that. Personally, I use them for smaller stones because I think they look really cute like that. But I would also feel comfortable drinking water out of them. Now, when you're talking about a little little bone, bro, when you're talking about bowls like this, where they are more of a shallow bowl, you could still drink water out of that. A lot of people think it's cleansing and things like that, but you need to be careful because not every stone is good for you. There are stones that can be harmful to you and to your health, and it is important to understand which stones to not eat and drink on, which ones, like if they're in jewelry, not to wear it for very long, not to hold it for very long because it can harm you, and you do need to be aware of that. I don't sell a lot of, I try to not sell a lot of stones and crystals that are not necessarily good for you. Like malachite is one of the ones that's fairly popular, but it can be poisonous to you, especially in its raw form. You shouldn't handle it a lot. You definitely shouldn't drink or eat off of it. Just be aware of that kind of thing. So if you ever did want to get a stone bowl to eat or drink off of for that purpose, or things like that, do your own research before you buy it. Just so you're not harming yourself or someone else if it's like for a gift. Also keep in mind that some stones will dissolve in water. So if you want to get a bowl for water, make sure it's not dissolvable, because then eventually you're not going to have a bowl anymore. And then, you might call me and be like, hey, my bowl fucking dissolved. What's up, man? And I'm like, well, you bought the selenite bowl, bitch. That dissolves in water. I do have selenite bowls coming. So anyway, or one of those glass water holders. Oh, yeah, with the stones inside. Yes, yeah, definitely be careful with that. It's been like a really big. I know, Michelle, you gotta tell me which one you want unless you need me to show it again. Um, that's been a really big like movement is people getting water bottles and like having stones inside of them and drinking out of it. Just like people did with like, that you do with like strawberries and lemons and things like that. Definitely be careful, you know, what kind of stone you're using because you got to remember that stones are made up of minerals that come from the earth, and not everything that's from the earth is good for you. A lot of it can actually harm you. So just be careful. The one with the darkest looking blue. Yes, ma'am. So, anyways, to answer your question, you can kind of do whatever you want. You can put it on your bedside table, and it can be your ring holder, your jewelry holder. Um, it's because it's still the stone. So, like, fluorite has specific things that it helps you with, and whether it's in a bowl form or a tower or a sphere or an elephant, it is still that stone, and it's still going to help you. Some people just like them in different kind of shapes, and then you can use them for different things. I don't have any like little tumbles or anything over here, but you can just, you can create your own little like display if you want. Thank you, Michelle, and things like that. So it depends on the shape of the bowl for its purpose usually, and then it's kind of up to you what you want to use it for. Some people probably put their change in them. They're just nice to have. I will pick it out for you, Michelle, and then to answer your question, there's different kinds of jade, and the jade that you're thinking of, it's kind of like a lighter jade. It's almost opaque, um like you can see through it, and it's actually really old. It's You don't find a lot of that like specific material anymore, which is why I think it costs so much. The pieces that you find today of like actual jade are from like a specific dynasty, I think, and that's why they hold their value. And there's a lot of different kinds of jades. Like there's yellow jade, there's like a red jade, there's white jade, black jade, Jinghai jade, which is like a green mix. There's glow in the dark jade. So like just because someone says it's jade or a variation of jade, that does not mean that it's worth a lot of money. Keep that in mind. And also, a lot of people, when they think of the color of jade, you actually think of green Adventurine. So be careful when you're buying stuff that's supposed to be jade. Just, you know. Yeah. I did finish showing the rainbow ones. I can show them again, though. I gotta pick out the darkest blue for Michelle, though. Sure, anyways, I try to be as formed as I can, but I definitely don't know everything. And, buying stones and then having other people who also sell stones like Gina and Laura and stuff, and even Cha Cha, they've all like we all kind of like learn from each other, and the more information that I'm able to like learn and keep and process, then the more I can tell you guys. And definitely one of the biggest ones is should be very careful what you decide to put in your body and what you decide to drink out of. So careful. Anyways, the rainbow ones. The one with the most blue. Uh, you're so annoying, really. Um, this one's pretty blue. You're getting this one. All right, I'm gonna number them again on the off chance that someone else wants one. We're gonna do number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Yeah, and a lot of people they mix their essential oils with their stones, different things like that. So, yeah, always best to be careful. Oh. And honestly, if it wasn't for Gina, I wouldn't know that malachite is dangerous when raw. And then I had to warn my mom about it because I gave her a piece of it, and I was like, "Wash your hands after you touch it, and don't hold it for very long. Like it can be toxic." Like I was almost anal about it because I really wanted my mom to understand to be careful. Yes, just because something is natural does not mean it's safe. Also, people are allergic to different things, and you could have no idea that you're allergic to something, and then like you could be allergic to fluorite of all things, and you could get a fucking fluorite bowl, drink water out of it, and then end up in the hospital, and people be confused because they don't understand what happened. So it's just, it's better to be careful. Like, you want to be safe and not sorry. A lady at a garage sale gave me water with a lemon essential oil in it. Jeez. You're not supposed to like drink essential oils, are you? That's not good for you. Lemon water's fine, as long as you're not drinking too much of it. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. All right, I think we're passing on these other little ones here. My back hurts. All right. So nobody wanted rose quartz or amethyst or amazonite or garden quartz or sunstone or Mexican agate. Mm. You just got to be careful. Tomorrow's Saturday. It's supposed to be my day off. I don't know. I was fine, but it was diluted. Oh my god. So tomorrow is Saturday, which is supposed to be my day off, but I already technically took 2 days off. So I might come through and do a little pop-up tomorrow night if I have time. I'm also gonna do a storage unit sale because I really gotta kick myself into gear and finish that up because I need to start packing everything. I have no idea what apple green jade is, but I think it's the stuff that glows in the dark. If apple green jade glows in the dark, then that's probably what it is. There's like a there's a name for it, I'm sure. There's a name for everything. It's ridiculous. But yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this yellow glass because you guys are not in love with it like I am. Which means I'm gonna have to stop buying it. Which kinda hurts my heart. Mm-mm. I haven't seen Antique Roadshow in a really long time. What time for the storage unit? I have no idea. It's 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and I won't go to bed until I have everything that I sold tonight wrapped, because otherwise I will get behind on things. And I have to incorporate all the stones into the collection that's over there, um, and things like that. And I'm glad I still have stones left. Like, the purpose of doing like the pre-sale isn't to sell everything that I get right away. It's kind of a way to I don't know, allow you guys to get a better deal. Because when I do show them, I'll let people bid on them. But when I do the pre-sale, it's fine if it's just a buy it now. And I'll show you what I got and things like that. You get first dibs. It's a first dib show. Hey, Jen, I'm all right. My feet hurt really bad, and so is my lower back. I'm ready to take an hour break and then go back to work. So yeah. And if you're watching this back and you decide that you want any of the stones that I showed, you are more than welcome to send me an email, comment on the video, and I can put stuff aside for you if I still have it, sell it to you behind the scenes. There's no problem with that at all. And that goes for any auction that I ever have. If anything is passed and you come through and you see it and you're like, man, I freaking want that, don't hesitate to send me an email, send me a message. Whatever you got to do, I got you. So, yeah, I know I have one, two. I have two more boxes coming. Um, one of them has smaller items in it again, like this one, and then the other one has a lot of bigger items in it, and then these little bottles. And little bottles we're gonna have to be careful with because of the thing that I just mentioned. They're either for your essential oils or it's like a lip balm. So I don't know, but those are gonna be pretty cool. I'm really excited about them. I believe you. Well, I believe. I usually don't I've been standing for a while. Like, I was on with Lucid for like 3 hours and then I've been doing this for an hour. and I've been standing the entire time. So I've been standing for 4 hours. And then I went shopping at 2 different shops today. I didn't even get to show you guys everything I picked up, which is good because then I'll have stuff to show. Like I can always re-show stuff that passed, but the best nights for me are after I've gone shopping and I show you guys new stuff, obviously. And yeah. Sometimes I'm like on the ball and like you love everything I pick, and then other times you fucking hate everything and I'm like, well, I'm back to the drawing board. What'd I do wrong? Oh. So go check out the buy it now video if you haven't, and if you want any of that stuff, let me know because I'm gonna be taking those like ending that sale, ending that video soon. Yeah, I shopped for a few hours and then I went and ran around my mom's backyard, and then we went to Menards. Oh, that's the other thing I gotta finish setting up my thing here. But I can't do that until I end the buy it now video. Okay, you guys have tonight and tomorrow to decide if you want anything from that buy it now video. Otherwise, I'm going to end the sale and then just put this stuff in my inventory, I guess. I don't have anything else for it. Like, I don't do anything else. I want to do with the flea market, but it's really not yeah, definitely, Jen. It definitely can be. Sometimes I do really good, and then sometimes not so much. And I always get into this mindset that like, what if I can't go shopping for a few weeks? What if I don't get enough stuff? Like I have to, like every business, every person has like a quota for like how much they have to make in order to take care of like themselves and their family and their bills and be able to buy more inventory and things like that. So like I'm always worried about that. I'm always worried about not having enough things or not having enough things that people want. And that's starting to become a problem. My office looks like a store, and I don't know what to do with the things that people just don't want. Uh, and I can't, like, I can't really just discount things because for the most part, I put everything up at like the lowest possible that it can go. And some things I do end up paying a lot more for, and then I kind of get shoved, and then nobody wants it, and I'm like, ugh. So doing the flea market was gonna be my way out of it. That was gonna be my solution to my problem because I have so much stuff, and I have so much stuff that there's no way you guys have seen everything that's in here. But I have a tendency to like be drawn to the same kind of things, and so then I show you the same things, and the same things will get passed, and then every once in a while something that was passed will get sold. So it's like a weird thing. And then like the last buy it now video I did, not the one that went up yesterday, the last one, I just went through and showed everything that was over here. Like this whole shelf. And so now this shelf, it still has old stuff in it, like stuff I didn't sell in that video, and then it has new stuff that I picked up. So now I'm like, well, the next time I do a buy it now video, I should do this shelf. And then just kind of like move down. But then I don't know if the stuff that passes, like the one that went up yesterday, I only sold like 4 things, and there was like 40 items in there. So am I supposed to put those other 30 items back into my inventory, or is that just a sign from everybody that nobody wants it? But maybe you don't want it now, and you will want it in a couple weeks. You know, maybe you just got paid and you had to pay all these bills, and then now you're out of money, so you have to wait until your next payday. You know, or maybe something really bad happened in your family, and like you just like you can't afford it, like you got car problems. People go through things. So I'm always worried about that. It's always in my brain. I'm always trying to like stay one step ahead of everything else, and there's always like a slow point to every month. Every single month has a slow point. And then when I hit that slow point, I have to get really creative with what I do and how I sell in order to be able to like pay my bills. And don't take this as like complaining. I think it's probably a good thing because you really have to be able to adapt in this business to success at all. And I absolutely love this job. I 100% love it. I cannot imagine myself doing anything else. I love it so much. Like I don't want to do anything else. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I love it. I love being able to interact with you guys. I've made so many friends doing this, and I really feel like I've built a community and a family. Like, you guys are my family, whether you realize it or not. I love you all so much, and I would not trade this for the world. I absolutely love this job, and every job has ups and downs, and every reseller understands that you're going to have high and low points. And I do tend to sell to a lot of resellers, but not everyone I sell to is a reseller. So I also have to keep in mind that like I sell on Poshmark, so like if that's going really slow, I can assume that other resellers, they might be going through a slow point too, and then that's also going to affect the auctions, like the sales that I do live. But I need to move so that I'm like multi-platformed with live sales, and I want to get into doing stone sales on Instagram, but I don't even know how to go about that. Like, I don't know how to pick a community to join, how to even join the community without looking like a weirdo. Like, I could just go live on my Instagram and see what happens, but I just have a feeling that nobody would show up. But I've never done it, so I don't know. And I'm terrified to take that step, but I swear to God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Yes, you have to constantly adapt. If you look at where I was when I started and where I am now, it's completely different. Like, I'm the same person. I'm still me. I'm a little less annoying. Sometimes I'm just as annoying. And but like how I run my business and how I talk to everybody and just how I do things has changed so much. I hate eBay. I do sell on eBay. I dislike it a lot. That's the other thing. I would sell more online if I had time to list more, but I'm so busy doing this that I'm trying to like do 2 full-time jobs at once. But being a reseller and doing something like this it takes up like twice as much time as a normal job. Which you know, like if you do this job, you understand it takes a lot of time. Ridiculous. Oh yeah, no worries, Sandy. And I do have a Facebook group and things like that, and I'm not very active on it because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like there's so many platforms and so much stuff you can do. It's hard to just it's hard to pick one, and then it's hard to do all of them. How do you do all of them? How am I supposed to upload regular content on YouTube, go live for sales, go live just to talk to you guys? Because that's my favorite part is talking. My favorite part is talking to you. Second favorite part is the fact that I get to go shopping, usually at least once a week. I love shopping. I'm a shopaholic. That's one of the best parts. It's fantastic. And then so I'm supposed to do all of that. I gotta shop for inventory. I have to have time to pack and ship everything, to invoice everybody. And then you gotta have time to like post on Instagram once a day. And then you gotta like tweet. I don't even know what Twitter is. I'm 25 years old. I grew up in the age of the internet and of these things. And I don't understand Twitter. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I never had it. I tried to have it. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Good morning, world. I've woken up. Now I'm doing this. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I tried to have a diary and that just didn't work for me, so I don't understand Twitter. Like, to me, it's like a live diary. I just don't understand. I just can't get behind it. And then a lot of people are on like TikTok now, and like I think TikTok's like it's okay. I'm not like a big fan, but I don't understand what I'm supposed to do for my business on TikTok. Like I just film some stuff. I could do like a little mini unboxing, but like who's gonna watch that? Like do people search that? There's so many questions. So many questions. And I'm sure there's a bunch of answers, and I'm sure people have told me answers, but I just didn't like it, and so I didn't listen to it. There's also that issue. Also, I talk a lot. But anyways, these thoughts are always going through my brain on what I need to do, where I have to go next, and how do I stay on top of my business and keep everyone here. And then there's so much. And then when like outside stuff happens, it's overwhelming. And I almost feel bad because I kind of stopped. Well, I did. I like stopped collaborating with everyone except for the people that I'm like really good friends with. So I stopped bringing new people in and I stopped going over to other people's channels. And the main reason I did that is because I couldn't handle like the outside issues anymore. Like I couldn't handle like the negativity or like the drama of the community or just really anything. And it just got to a point where I didn't want to work with anyone except for my close friends, so the people that I trust the most, the people that I talk to every day, and that I interact with every day, and I'm live with all the time. Like I just couldn't do it, and I feel bad because I know a big part of being able to get bigger and to grow is to work with other people. And I'm trying to get myself into like that headspace where it's okay to work with other people and that things aren't gonna explode and that stuff isn't gonna be bad. And it's a hard thing to get to and to accomplish. And I'm probably not making any sense right now, and I'm very sorry. So much has happened since I like embarked on this journey, and I'm grateful for all of it because every single thing is a life lesson, and I would not change anything that I've done ever. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm very tired of my feet hurt. 4 or 5. Who has time for 4 or 5 platforms? Oh my goodness. I don't know who has time for 4 or 5 platforms. You're crazy. You're crazy. That's insane. That's a lot. She said 4 or 5 platforms. 4 or 5 platforms? Oh my god. Oh, my coffee, I dropped it. Oh, my back. Okay, let's crack it. Alright, I got it. Uncomfortable. Also, I'm almost scared to like. Hi, Destiny. I'm not scared. I'm almost hesitant to talk about what my brain does sometimes because I don't want people. Number one, I don't want people to think that I'm complaining about my job or the community or anything like that because I love this community. And I mean like our whole community. I don't just mean like my channel and the people who come here. I mean the whole community. I love and appreciate it so much, and I've learned so much. And I've been able to help a lot of people too, and to teach a lot of people as well, which has been pretty fantastic. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it sometimes. That's a song. We're going outside exciting. Okay. Oh, is the chair out here? I hope the chair's out here. I need to sit down. Oh, here. That's right. I am still standing. That's correct. I am still standing. I told everybody I'm not going anywhere a long time ago. I love this community, and I have ferociously stood up for it, and I will ferociously keep standing up for it. And yeah, I'll be here for a long time. Are you talking about like Vendu and things like that? That's a cross-posting platform. That does not help me with Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. You would think being the age that I am that I would be like super technologically savvy and like so good at like Instagram posting and tweeting and doing the TikToks, but I'm not. Like I didn't get a Facebook until I was in high school. I think I was 16. I think I got a Facebook when I got my first smartphone. I never had a MySpace. Like I said, I didn't get Facebook until I was in high school. I didn't get my first smartphone until I was 16. I got my first phone when I was like 14, and that was a flip phone. Like I just didn't have a lot of exposure to it. Like I got an Instagram when I was in high school, and then I like got bullied because of it, and so then I just stopped using it. And I also had a Twitter account, but like I never really used it, and people would bully me on there too. And so I just stopped looking at it. Like every platform that I tried to use except for Facebook when I was in high school, I just got tore down, and I was like, well, it's not worth it. Like, why do people even like this? People are so mean to each other, and I didn't want to be a part of that in any sense of the way. So I didn't. Sure. I just didn't. And I don't think I'm doing a bad job. I think I could have done a better job. And that's the other thing. Like, if you look back at like everything you've done in your life, it's, I firmly believe that I don't want to change anything I've done because then I wouldn't learn the lesson that I've learned. And everyone makes mistakes. And so I've obviously made mistakes. And that's, either negatively or positively, affected me, my friends, my business, all of it. And you just have to keep moving forward from it. And sometimes I get stuck in like an in-between place where like I'm here in the present and I'm enjoying it, but my mind keeps wandering to the past. And like that sucks. Anyways, apparently I needed to vent about all of this because now I'm talking. Just talking. I used to do this a lot. I used to be so close to all of you guys. And then a couple of really big things happened and it complicated everything. And so I stopped talking about everything for other people's sake, I guess, more than my own. But I keep it like that, which is really annoying. But it's called professionalism. Professionalism. I got this. I got it. It is good to talk. I like talking. Also, I talk way too much and I talk really fast, so I'm surprised anyone understands anything I say ever. But thanks. Man, you guys got to give big props to Gina. You got to give big props to Gina, Michelle, Lucid, Cha-Cha, Christy, to all of them because they we really listen to each other and really talk to each other, and that like it helps with so much stuff. I can't even tell you how many times I've called Gina and been like, girl, this is what happened and I need your help. I need you to listen, whatever. And she always does it like without hesitation. She's never upset about it. Gina is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Like, she's incredible. And I just feel so blessed and fortunate to have met her in the first place and to have her as a friend. Like, I really do. And I feel that way about all of them. I don't know. I'm just glad I have these good people in my life now. Joanne, the last question I saw from you was, do you sell on eBay? And I did answer it. I said yes, and I don't like it. I don't like eBay very much. eBay irritates me. But I didn't start with that platform. I started with Poshmark, which is really easy to use. It's easy to understand, and I've always done pretty fairly well. Like, I've always made between like 100 and 300 bucks a week on Poshmark when I'm sharing and regularly listing. But, you know. Oh, thank you, Terry. No, like I said, I absolutely love this job. And I am I'm proud of myself for the self growth that I've done from like the start of it to now. Like, number one, I'm a lot more professional than I used to be. And I don't know if that's just because I learned and grew, or because, one day I just decided that I really wanted this to be a business. And so I had to kind of step up my game. Because when I started this, I didn't realize that I was going to be doing this for this long. I thought it was going to be like a short-term thing. I was going to do auctions with Cha-Cha, and then I started working with April, and I told her, I was like, eventually people aren't going to want our dollar stuff anymore, right? Like, the world's going to open up. People aren't going to be in the community anymore. And then I realized that other people in the community have been doing this way before COVID even happened, and that the opportunity that I jumped on and that I was given was a huge blessing. And I'm so grateful and so fortunate to be in the position that I'm in. And I'm especially grateful for Cha-Cha because nobody knew me. Like, people knew me in chats, like I'd been around, like I was a buyer, but nobody had met me, had seen me, like they didn't know me. And I messaged Cha-Cha out of the blue. I just messaged her on Instagram and I was like, hey, Can I come sell with you? And she went around asking everybody, do you know who this rehomer is? And everyone told her no, because no one knew me. And she still took a chance on me. She took a chance that nobody else was taking. And she just brought me into it. And I just fell in love with it, and I never stopped doing it. And without her, I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I would have made the leap to just start doing it. So, yeah. Well, I love you guys too. About Instagram and showing pictures and doing sales. Oh, so some people have really good luck with that. Also, I think luck is a big part of it. Whether people want to admit that or not, you have to be, what was that noise? Maybe it was just that car turning. I didn't like that noise. But you have to have some level of luck to be a reseller in general, and then to do live sales like this. Like you have to have an audience, and you have to kind of get lucky. You have to get lucky in terms of what you find when you're shopping. You got to know what you're looking for. And I honestly, for the most part, really don't. And I end up getting lucky quite a bit on just like finding things that happen to be really good. And I've gotten really lucky finding like designer purses and clothes and stuff like that to be able to sell on Poshmark, back when I decided to become a reseller in the first place. And you got to have some kind of element of luck to be successful. Like, it isn't just about hard work and putting in the work to be successful. You also have to have luck. And a lot of people don't ever talk about that. Like, if you're an unlucky person, life in general is already harder for you. And trying to run a business and do anything like that, it's like 10 times harder. You're a born entrepreneur. Well, I'm glad you found me too, Pat. I haven't seen Mandy in forever. That was the other thing that was kind of hard about this. Like Gina said, especially for my age, I got I got ragged on a lot when I first started doing this because of how young I am, and that was really hard. And then a lot of people were like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard, oh, she's young, she'll learn as she gets older. And I'm like, I'm really not that immature. And I really understand a lot more than they think. And so a big part of that helped me work harder and strive to be more and to be better, because I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to prove them that you don't have to be older in order to do this. Like, you can do this and be young. And I always admired the fact that, oh God, what can I think of them? What's Guapo and Chapo's channel name? Storage Legends. I've always admired Storage Legends for how hard they grind to be able to do this, because I know people were telling them the same thing that they did me. And I'm proud that they didn't stop and that they kept doing it. Like, they're the same age as me. They might be like a year older. Like, we're all very similar ages. And I love the energy that they bring to their shows. And I love that they didn't stop even when people tried to stop them. I love that. So yeah. I barely smoked any of that. Hello, Francis. Yeah. I am not sitting down resting my feet. I need to go keep my back. But apparently I wanted to do a lot of speaking. Man. That's the other thing that gets me in trouble. I took a lot of like psychology and like sociology and philosophy, which they're not related. But I took a lot of those classes, and so my brain thinks it's bigger than it is sometimes. And did that light just come on, or was it always on? That was weird. But anyways, I have an old soul thanks, Terry. I'm good, Francis. How are you? Is that how you say your name? Yes, for sure. And that's one of the hardest things is trying to understand people's intentions. Because you could have the best intentions in the world and still do something shitty and still mess up somehow. It's hard to really get to know someone, especially in the kind of like back and forth that we have. It's it can be incredibly hard to like to trust someone and to believe what they say and things like that. I think about that all the time. I'm just glad all my friends are who they say they were. I'm never gonna forget. What did I do? I said something while I was at Cha Cha's house, and Leanne killed me. She was just like, I am so happy that you're you. I'm so happy you're real. Because I have such a I have such a weird, strong personality that it's definitely one of those things where you're like, is that a real person or like is it a show? Is she acting? Like whatever. I'm a horrible actress. And it was really nice to get to meet everyone. Well, we didn't get to meet everybody, but I met Cha Cha, Leanne, and Gina, and it was really nice that we are all who we say we are. Like we're exactly the same people that we are on camera in real life. And that was such an amazing moment to like realize that this is all real and that we're all friends. And I don't know, it was just incredible. It was incredible. But anyways, oh my dogs are staring at me. Okay, I'm gonna go back inside because it's cold out here and I can't feel my fingers. My fingies are cold. Okay, I did a lot of talking. Oh my goodness. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Damn. Hi, Kitty. I said meow. I have so many boxes everywhere. Gina, I got my Tyvek. My Tyvek envelopes. Bro, you gotta see how big these are. Let me show you these. I don't want to put those shelves together, but I need to. Ugh. I don't want to wrap all that stuff either. So these are the UPS bubble up mailers that came, and they're freaking ginormous. Oh my goodness. They are ginormous. Okay, I gotta write down all these towers you guys got. I did not do that. Nice. In 5 hours? Are they all garage selling now? People are having garage sales already? I'm missing garage sales? And we're like almost in the peak of freaking spring cleaning. And I'm missing all of that. There's too many things to do all the time. Like if there was a little bit less, that'd be great. Everything is always chaotic. I'm always trying to catch up on something. And then as soon as I've caught up, is something happens. That's me. That's Brandon's mom. Joanne, I'm pushing as hard as I can, girl. As hard as I can. And like that day that my back hurt, it hurt for a couple of days. And it oh, oh there we go. And it really sucked because like I couldn't work even though I wanted to. And I hate those days. I hate them so much because there's days I wake up and I don't want to do anything. And I either just let myself not do anything or I push and I fight and I do stuff. So on days where I want to do stuff but I physically can't because my back hurts so much, it sucks. Like it sucks so much. It's really awful. I need to shower. Um, well, it's not that easy. basically I need an assistant, and I've needed an assistant for a while. So I'm tackling and trying to do too many things. But it's fine. Yes and no. I do, because I'm overweight, clearly overweight. I'm a fat chick. It's fine. Um, that puts like a lot of strain on my back, and I'm constantly moving, lifting something, doing something, not sitting properly. I have horrible posture, and that has damaged my spine because of that. I don't think I have any major issues. I need to definitely stretch more. Right now I'm trying to stretch. Pop my lower back. Oh. Then you stretch too much, and then you just damage yourself. It's there's never enough good stuff. Like it's just ugh. But it'll be okay. I need to take better care of myself, basically. No, I'm not gonna answer you. And yeah, I live in Iowa, but that doesn't mean you don't need to come here. It's fine. I think that the two things I struggle with the most are packing everyone's stuff up at the end of the month and having to do that. And then especially now that I've really like I dove headfirst. So like all feet in, my whole body, I dove into hard goods, not realizing really how much extra work that goes into. Like if you just sell jewelry, you do not realize the blessing that has been delivered upon you. Baby girl, I wish I just sold jewelry. That shit is easy to pack, easy. You throw it in the thing. It's relatively inexpensive unless you get a bunch of stuff to ship. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And then clothes, they take up a lot of space, but they're easy to pack. Hard goods, especially if they're delicate, you gotta sit here wrapping them with paper for 5-10 minutes. Then you gotta wrap that shit with bubble wrap, depending on how big it is. Like Carolyn got 2 big crystal pedestal dishes from me. I shit you not. It took me 2 hours to wrap those. And you should have seen me in here. I'm trying to figure out how to wrap it. I got all this paper. I'm shoving it on there. I'm shoving the paper around. I'm holding the paper in place. I had to like tape the paper down so it would stay, and then I had to keep wrapping it because I want to make sure that nothing comes broken. Like that is one of my number one goals, is to not have anything break. And since I really dove into this, I haven't had anything break. Cross your fingers, clap your hands. Like I really do everything I can to make, oh my goodness, excuse me, to make sure that your things don't come busted. Because like number one, I don't want to deal with the busted item having to like contact UPS, issue you guys a refund, and then hope UPS gives me money to cover my loss. Like it's a hassle. It's a whole ordeal. I would rather just wrap your stuff so good that I can bounce it like a basketball on the way to it going in your box. That's how I prefer to do it. Whoop, I almost fell backwards. That's what you're gonna sell first, is online with jewelry. It's easy to photograph. It's relatively easy to list. I have a bunch of jewelry here. Like I could spend days just trying to list this jewelry. I know I got to go through it because you guys want like bags of jewelry and stuff. I haven't had time. That's the other thing. It's where's the time? It just goes like it. You blink and like your day is gone. Like I've blinked. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been talking to you guys for like 45 minutes. What have I accomplished? Nothing. And I didn't even get to heat my bag. It'll be all right. I'll be okay. Everything will be fine. And I know everything will be fine because everything's always been fine. There we go. And I think the other thing that helps me is the fact that I am young. I can't imagine I'm always scattered all over the place. But that's the best way that I work. Like, I'm usually pretty scattered. But when I'm actually working and focusing on stuff, I do one thing at a time. So like at the end of the month, especially this month, which is a big reason why I got behind, and I'm so disappointed in myself, the fact that it took me an almost extra 2 weeks to get everyone's stuff packed up. and like shipped out. And I still have stuff to ship out, but that's because I'm waiting for payment. Like that's pretty normal. Like that's fine. But not getting people's stuff out until like almost 2 weeks into the month, that's abnormal. And I was so disappointed in myself. But going to Cha-Cha's house to help her, it put me behind on the things that I had to wrap so that packaging wouldn't take as long. So what I did is I hate packaging. I hate packaging and shipping out people's stuff. It is my biggest pet peeve. It is the one thing that I just like the most about this job. And it's the one thing that like makes you get paid. Like I don't it's so annoying. So what I did in order to be productive and get everything done is I would come down here even though I didn't want to do it because I know I have to do it. You got to do things you don't want to do all the time. And so in my head, I would be like, all right, today I'm going to do Joanne, Quintia, Julie, Carolyn, and Lana. And I will not go to bed and I will not stop until all those people orders are done. Once they're all done, I can go to sleep or I can take a break. And that's the only way that I can get things done is if I do an itemized list and do it like that. But it also almost makes it take longer. But maybe not, because there's so much that you can't do it in one day. It's impossible. So yeah. So I think it's a blessing that I'm doing this young and then I can keep learning as I get older. I think that'll end up being pretty beneficial. Because then I can learn from you guys and learn from myself what not, what to get, what not to get, how to wrap things, how to not wrap things, things to stay away from, things to do more with, different ways of organizing. I reorganize my office every couple months because it irritates me, and I think of a new way to help be organized, to help store my stuff, whether it's packing supplies, whether it's my inventory items, whether it's your stuff before it gets shipped out. I'm always constantly and consistently changing things in order to help me be more productive and to be able to get more stuff done. So that part's fun. I love organizing. There's something over here that smells really good. I don't know what it is. Okay. Anyways, I gotta write down all these things. So yes, it's always super awesome when people tell me like what they want, because then I can just go out and get it, and I'm like, hey, yeah. But every time I do that, I get stuff, and then that person doesn't want what it picked out. And I'm like, you know what? Ugh. So I've really tried this new thing where I only get stuff that like I gravitate toward, and that's actually worked pretty well so far. Things that I find really interesting or that really speak to me tend to be pretty cool things that also speak to you guys, which is fantastic. And I usually I always take at least one day off from auctioning or from having a live sale, but I'm not necessarily off of work. Like, I don't think I've gone a single day since I started doing this where I literally didn't do anything for work. Like, I have to look through my emails, because if I don't, then you always get that one person who doesn't understand and gets upset because you're not checking your email every hour. So I try to check my email at least once a day. I'm not checking it every hour. It's not happening. So I try to check my email regularly. And I always have to be on the lookout for someone paying their invoice, because people get paid on different days, things happen. I always have to constantly be on the lookout for that to make sure that I'm not missing someone who's paid and needs shipped. I gotta pay special attention to that, because I don't want you to pay for your item and then 2 months later message me and be like, hey, I paid for that item and like I never received it. I'm like, well, that's because it's sitting over here and I didn't know you paid me. So I have to be I gotta do my due diligence on that, because there's been a couple instances where people have paid and then a month has gone by and I'm sitting here wondering why they still haven't paid. Like, this is weird. Like, they usually don't wait this long. Well, they didn't. They did pay me. I just didn't notice. So I always have to do that. I got to answer questions on Poshmark and do like offers and things like that. There's always something that needs packed up and shipped out. There's always something that needs wrapped up and picked up in general. There's always organizing to do. oftentimes when I'm off, like I'm not on here with you guys, I'm organizing something. I'm moving something around, I'm doing something. And then I've almost been doing double sales because I'm trying to get my storage unit emptied and get all that stuff gone because I don't have the space for it at the house. I just can't, I physically can't list it all and I can't have it all here. I just don't have the space or the time for it. So I got to get rid of it. So I just don't, I don't really have a day off. Like I'll let myself have a half a day. Like I can't go a day without doing at least one thing that's productive. I have to get at least one thing done and then I can F off for the rest of the day. Like the other night when I did the porch sale, I was out there with you guys for like 3 hours or something like that. And I came inside, we went and got pizza and I got some candy and I laid in bed and I watched 4 Disney movies. Four. Four. I watched 4 Disney movies and then I went to bed. So I do take time to rest and rejuvenate and I talk to my friends a lot, but there's always something to do and so I can't let myself get into the mindset of there's nothing to do except for me to just relax. I just can't do it. It would probably ruin everything. And that's the other thing. As soon as I take a day off, like an actual day or two off, or go on a vacation or something, I lose all the momentum that I've gained from going live almost every day. Like going live almost every day and posting on Instagram and being active on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook and all those things. It's what was helping my channel grow. And now that I've stopped doing that, I'm almost in like this stagnant place again where I have to work harder and get back into doing things that I was doing before I left in order to put my business back up where it was. So every time I do take a vacation or I step away for a minute, it makes it full and then I have to fucking throw it back up again. And that in itself is exhausting. So I'd almost rather just not have a vacation because of that. This is crazy. Okay, I gotta write these down. Okay. I gotta write them down. I have so many things I have to wrap, but that's totally fine. 760 miles away. Yeah, Cha-Cha was pretty far away from me. Man. So, like, if you think I don't understand, like, the struggle, I understand the struggle, girl. Or boy. I get it, man. And I know you guys, for the most part, understand, too. It's just hard, like, keeping in mind everything that you have to do. because there's always something to do. And then if I'm personally not consistently thinking about what I have to do, then I'll forget something. And I still forget stuff. I write a lot of things down because if I didn't write it down, I'd forget. Um, okay. Oh, and one of the things that I had to like really get used to was having my friends buy from me. That has been one of the weirdest things that I have to like kind of accept because it makes me feel weird. Because I'm like, I don't feel weird buying from my friends. It makes me happy to like be able to support them. But then when they like want to support me back, it's like this weird thing where I'm like I don't want you to buy anything because like I don't want you to feel like you have to, number one. And then I don't want it to put us in a weird situation where like you think that we're only friends because you buy from me. Like I hate being put in situations like that. Like I quite frankly, I don't care if any of you ever buy anything from me. The fact that you do is amazing and it's fantastic and it's what allows me to do this. Like if no one ever bought anything from me, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I'm obviously grateful and appreciative for every sale that I make. Um, it's just my brain is like, your friend is buying from you. That is weird. And like they're like these little things that like poke out of my brain. And I have to remember that they're doing the same thing that you do to them. Like they want to help support you. Like you've got stuff that they want and they're gonna buy it. Just like they've got stuff that I want sometimes, and so I buy it from them. And I have to almost continuously tell my brain to like chill and to relax and to be okay with having my friends buy from me. So that's another thing. I've had to super get used to that because I definitely wasn't. One's channel. Eat potato. I was hoping to get back into the listed this month, but that did not happen. So I'm shooting for next month. We're gonna get it, baby. We're gonna get it. Because that's how. So Andy, he's gonna be starting to work on the house, and he's gonna be home. Michelle, I'm still alive. So he's gonna be home every morning. So he's making less money. So I have to make like continuous online sales in order to pay for like the household goods and groceries and stuff because he was doing that before. So I hired someone to share my Poshmark closet for me, and that's actually been working pretty well. So if you guys need it, like if you have a Poshmark closet and you've been thinking about hiring someone to share your closet, she is super nice, super professional, and she's super, I think she's cheap and definitely affordable. She charges $25 for the 7-day work week and shares your closet 3 times a day. And she gives you a 500 community shares like a day or a week or whatever. I don't really care about community shares. So I don't pay attention to that a ton. Gold Sunstone. But if you guys want her like link and like the referral code and stuff, let me know or send me an email and I'll shoot her your way. When you get referraled, it gives me $5 off for the month and it also gives you like a $5 off credit. I personally don't accept it. I heard of her from Gina and she wanted to give me a $5 like referral credit for being a new customer, and I told her no to keep it because I think she like I don't need it. Like I don't need the $5. Like you can keep the $5. I understand the gesture and I definitely appreciate it, but I would rather her have it, especially when you break down how much this girl makes an hour. It's like pennies. I don't understand how she can do it. So for me personally, it takes about an hour to share my closet. If you're doing that 3 times a day, that's 3 hours a day. And then you take that 3 times 7, that's what? 14, 15, 16, 17, 28. That is 28 times a week that she's sharing my closet. So and it's an hour every time you do it. So that's 28 hours. So if I'm only paying you $25 a week, that's less than $1 an hour. And that is insane to me. It's crazy. So she's really trying to build up her client list right now. And she is very nice and professional. She is trustworthy. And if you do want to know who she is and the information and the link to her website and stuff like that, send me an email. Let me know. Put a comment down below. Tell me right now and I'll write it down and then send you the email with that information. Just let me know and then I can tell her. And then any credit she tries to give me, I'll just tell her to keep it because I want her to get paid for her work, obviously. And I just don't, I'm not in a point in my life where I need that $5 anymore. I definitely have been there though. I've definitely been to the point where every dollar counts, sometimes more than you want. But I'm stable enough right now that like I don't need it. So if you do sell on Poshmark and you've been thinking about hiring someone to share your closet for you, to take that hassle out of it, let me know and I'll give you her info. Give you her info. Let's see. My feet are throbbing just a little bit here. Just got a couple more right down here. And then I can go rest my back. Yeah. And so that's the other thing. Once I get the storage unit paid off, that'll be $200 a month. I don't gotta pay for that, which would be fantastic. Oh, that has been a stress and a struggle to pay for every month. Because the only reason I had it was because I was making good money on Poshmark reselling because I was just sharing my closet and uploading all the time. And so I could afford to have it. Like that's where all my Poshmark inventory was. My online inventory was all the storage unit. And so I used the proceeds from that to pay for it. And then I started doing this and I started neglecting that. And so I started making a lot less sales over there. And I couldn't substantiate having it anymore. Like I couldn't do it. It didn't make any sense. And everything fits down in the basement literally perfectly with a little bit of room to grow. And I have the garage to grow as well if I need to. So that'll be extra $200 out. Gotta worry about. Um, okay. All right. I'm gonna let you guys go. I have just a couple more things to write down here. I will be back tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna be back tomorrow for a sale. Whether it is 2 sales or 1 sales, that's just gonna depend on how early I can get up. It's already 3 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me, for supporting me, for hearing me out because I like to talk. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.